Izjava i eksplozije nisu dio blagdanskog veselja. Činimo mir i dobro.
Halo, ja sam.
Gdje si?
Čuj, gledala si ono, kad piješ, ne, kad voziš...
Ma ne, ako piješ ne vozi.
Dođi po mene.
Ako piješ, ne vozi.
U nove godini čeka vas siguran i udoban korak s anatomskom obućom
Siga, Varaždin.
Čestit Božić i sretnu Novu godinu svim poslovnim partnerima i kupcima želi Borna trgovina.
Želimo vam čestit Božić i sretnu Novu godinu.
She's been called the most beautiful woman in the world. She started her performing career at the age of 3 and is still one of the most popular stars in the world, more than 50 years after her debut. She is Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth grew into prominence as a child contract player at MGM in the 1940s. Even before she reached her teens, she was breathtakingly beautiful. During her tenure at MGM, the teenager was placed almost exclusively into the studio's most prestigious projects, such as Lassie Come Home, Jane Eyre, and National Velvet. As the actress matured, she was cast as the male star's romantic interest in vastly popular films, such as A Date with Judy, which was based on a radio favorite of the day. In Life with Father, Elizabeth caught the eye of Jimmy Lydon. Elizabeth finally began portraying full-fledged adult roles in The Father of the Bride.
It's my wedding and my friend.
I don't understand. What did you mean by...
Look, no one has to do anything. When the time comes, I'll do everything. I mean everything.
The successful film spawned a sequel in which Elizabeth gave birth, Father's Little Dividend.
I admit he looked a little better by the time Kay got him home.
Now look who's come to see you. Who is that, huh?
Wow.
Who is that? Is that your grandfather? Look. Oh, honey, you terrible child.
The next years were busy for Elizabeth. she starred opposite Robert Taylor in the period epic Ivanhoe. She journeyed to foreign jungles for Elephant Walk.
Elizabeth Taylor as the beautiful young girl who recklessly loved a man she hardly knew. The dark depths within him, a mystery she had still to discover.
And co-starred opposite one of the most influential stars of the 1950s in Giant, James Dean.
Elizabeth Taylor, the gently bred bride who became a lady.
At the age of 25, she was nominated for an Academy Award for her work in Raintree County. An enormously expensive MGM extravaganza that the studio wasted no time in promoting. Not surprisingly, Elizabeth received a second Oscar nomination for her very next film following Raintree. In Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, she played the role of Maggie in the screen adaptation of Tennessee Williams' play.
Based on Tennessee Williams' bold, explosive, Pulitzer Prize-winning play. The woman who kissed, clawed, and caressed her way back to the man she had to own. Elizabeth Taylor, Paul Newman, Burl Ives, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
And Elizabeth tied a record of sorts when she was nominated for her third Academy Award. 3 performances, 3 nominations. In Suddenly Last Summer, Elizabeth played an insane woman in a handsomely produced version of the Tennessee Williams classic. Then in 1960, Elizabeth finally won the coveted Academy Award for Best Actress in Butterfield 8. Elizabeth played a prostitute struggling to get out of the business. And even though many considered it one of her less effective performances, it was definitely regarded as the major reason for the film's success.
Mama, you have to. Oh, face it, Mama. I was a May I say something to you?
Sure. Say something sexy. Something that always got the boys headed straight for the motel.
No.
You're a joke. A dirty joke from one end of this town to the other.
Elizabeth Taylor, Lawrence Harvey, Eddie Fisher, John O'Hara's blistering bestseller, Butterfield 8.
Elizabeth's next film turned out to be one of the biggest commercial failures in the history of the movies. But it attracted more attention than practically any other film ever made. Cleopatra was also significant in that it introduced Elizabeth to the man who would eventually become her husband, the enigmatic Richard Burton.
Do as you say? Literally? As if I was something you had conquered? You will kneel.
I will what?
On your knees.
You dare ask the proconsul of Rome?
I asked it of Julius Caesar. I demand it of you. Am I to understand, then, that you feel free to do with me whatever you want? Whenever you want?
Yes, I want that understood.
After completing Cleopatra, Elizabeth and Burton, now an off-screen couple as well as movie team, began work on The VIPs on location in England. This film dealt with the problems of the so-called beautiful people, and Elizabeth and Burton were right in their element.
You're not going through that gate, Francis. I'm not going to let you go through that gate. I'll kill you first.
These are VIPs, a famous international beauty, her millionaire husband, and her boyfriend. Elizabeth Taylor, as the darling of London society, has one of the finest dramatic roles of her career.
No need to see me off.
But I want to.
Tonight, you belong to me.
Oh, don't talk like Paul.
Me like Paul?
You belong to me. He said that too. But I'm not yours any more than I am his. I don't belong to anyone. I wanted to be treated as a wife, not an expensive mistress. Can't you see that? You don't believe me! You don't take me! You don't believe me! You believe me! You don't...
Liz's lifelong friend, Rock Hudson, lent a hand when Liz was immortalized in Samantha Grumman's Chinese Theater. She joined an illustrious assemblage of hundreds of Hollywood notables honored at the world-famous tourist attraction. In 1966, Liz and Dick made their most famous film as a movie duo, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Elizabeth's sterling performance brought her a second Academy Award. The film was a brilliant look at strained and secretive domestic relations, and many consider it the quintessential Taylor and Burton teaming.
Friends who don't know them well. Mike Nichols directs. His unbroken series of theatrical triumphs have given him a position without peer or rival. All you have to say is Elizabeth Taylor, Richard Burton, Edward Albee's Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. After that, all you can say is incredible.
Elizabeth turned in an excellent performance opposite Marlon Brando in Reflections in a Golden Eye, which dealt with the taboo subject of homosexuality in the military.
Reflections in a Golden Eye. A story that shows you what people do to each other in the name of love. Reflections in a Golden Eye stars the Elizabeth Taylor who showed the world what a woman really is. Reflections in a Golden Eye stars the Marlon Brando who has shown you how powerful and dynamic a great actor can be. Reflections in a Golden Eye, directed by John Huston, who has directed some of the finest motion pictures of our time. Taylor, Brando. Now, a love story may never mean the same thing to you again.
In The Only Game in Town, the mature beauty was cast opposite the younger male sex symbol, Warren Beatty.
I don't coax, I can't. If you want to go to bed, we go. And if you don't, we don't.
Carry me. Carry me into the bedroom. I'd like to be carried, please. Why do we have to get married?
I think I'm pregnant.
That's your problem.
Am I hot or am I hot? It's the only game in town, and we're going to play it.
Elizabeth, meanwhile, continued to make occasional movie appearances through the late 70s and early 80s. She traveled to Germany in 1977 for Stephen Sondheim's musical, A Little Night Music.
Are we a pair? You here at last on the ground.
You're in mid-air. Send in the clown. If you're inquiring about my love life, rest assured it is quite satisfactory. Isn't my dragoon awful?
And a little night music.
Make way for the clowns.
Applause for the clowns.
They're finally
By the mid-1980s, Elizabeth had all but retired from movie making only occasional film appearances and performing guest roles on television. She became an author and even wrote a book on dieting in which she detailed how one could remain attractive well into middle age. Hollywood will remember a great many beautiful actresses, but few ever capture the imagination and hearts of the public as did the unforgettable Elizabeth Taylor.
Orfej vam predstavlja Borisa Krajnera i Ljubavne priče 2. Veselicu s Megamixom 50 hitova i Jadrana Dogana. Zdravka Škentera. Pogledaj me živote u oči.
što tuga se krije. Neka, neka, neka.
Duška Lokin, koji pjeva najveće hitove Tomislava Ivčića.
Volio sam samo ja.
I već tradicionalno blagdanski trio Gušt i njihov domjenak s čak 64 pjesme.
Misto u duši je uvijek čisto.
Kasete u prodaju od 5. a CD od 15. prosinca.
Čini da mu vrime mine.
Novi Fa gel za tuširanje. Otkrite novu Fa svježinu. Miris koji vas odvodi u posve novi svijet. Osjetite Fa svježinu koja fascinira. Novu Fa svježinu koja nadahnjuje.
Jutelsat emitira izvrstan program sa satelita Hot Bird na 13 stupnjeva istočno. Jutelsat je moguće pratiti bilo gdje. Kvaliteta slike je savršena, a izbor raznovrsnih programa je odličan i moguće ga je pratiti na raznim jezicima. Raspitajte se kod svog prodavača o mogućnosti prijema programa sa satelita Hot Bird i dobro se zabavite. Jutelsat, fantastični TV programi.
Ako me ostaviš, kad poželiš kraj, daj mi pušku da pucam, u to srce nevjerno, neka redom znaju svi, da me sad ostaneš ti. I dođi lolo, i dođi lolo, i dođi lolo, šaj, čas se može, ovo je i svrši gore.
Orfej, Tonika i Minea najavljuju Epa neka. Novi CD i kaseta Minee u izdanju Orfeja. Novi CD i kaseta Minee, Epa neka.
Najnovije iz Vademekun laboratorija. Vademekun Complete Protection. S prirodnim sastojcima metvice, kadulje i provitaminom B5. Vademekun Complete Protection štiti vaše zube od karijesa i stvaranja kamenca, te sprečava probleme sa zubnim mesom. Vademekun Complete Protection. Za kompletnu zaštitu vaših zubi i desni. Trgometal s proizvodnim i trgovačkim centrom u Zagrebu, prodavaonicama u Splitu, Rijeci, Koprivnici, Varaždinu i Osijeku nudi rezervne dijelove TAM, MAN i VEKO, dijelove mjenjača ZF, elektromaterijal Iskra Webasto, alate Bosch, Usag, Tirolit i Göring s priborom. Kupcima i poslovnim partnerima djelatnici Trgometala žele čestit Božić i sretnu Novu godinu.